What's up everyone, Danger Yu-Gi-Oh channel here, and I have a very special Thanksgiving video for you guys. Top 10 list of reasons to be thankful for this game. Now sit back and enjoy. Number 1. The fact the game isn't more expensive than it could be. I mean, look at it, sure. Trickstar Reincarnation, $50 card. I have to buy 3 of it in order to play this deck if the box of Code of the Duelist I'm getting doesn't have any. But that's if you're buying it online from a store for the most part. Number 2. The fact that we eventually get most things that Japan does. Now let's look at it like this. Japan's getting all these new fancy lake monsters for all these fancy old sets that have more or less become obsolete, right? And everyone over here is complaining, oh, we never get support for old sets, only Japan does, blah, 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 blah. And to me, it's like, okay, sure, we don't have it right now, but let's look. Maybe 6 months to a year from now, we will have that. So stop crying that we get things. We get it a lot slower than they do, but that ties in to another one of my things here. That we at least get release dates eventually. And a lot of the stuff that they get as promos and stuff, we get in regular sets. For them, they had to subscribe to Shonen Jump to get certain arts of cards, or certain cards that didn't come out. And for us, it's like, well, we're going to be getting it in this structure deck, or we're going to be getting it in that pack. So that's not the most terrible thing in the world. Would you rather have to subscribe to a magazine for a full year just to get one card you want? My next thing. At least most sizable cities will have at least one or more hobby shops or card shops that host local tournaments. Now, Canton itself does not have one. But we have one in Perry in the form of Paul's Gamer Zone. We have one in Maslin in the form of Wings, Wheels, and Waves, which is a full-on hobby shop. In Alliance, they have Taz's Gaming, which is video games, Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Card Fight, Vanguard, and quite a few other little tiny games I've never even heard of, like Force of Will. That at least most big stores sell Yu-Gi-Oh! Still. Granted, they don't have to. It's the fact that they make a lot of money off of it. Because what sells more? The singles at your local card shop, or the packs at Walmart, let's say? Okay, depending on where your local card shop is from you, and how expensive their packs are, you're either going to go for the $3.33 packs at Walmart, that's $3.33, or you're going to go to your local card shop and get them for $4 for $10, which is slightly more expensive. But your local card shop has a defined amount of what sets they will stock at any one time. Walmart, especially when it comes to special editions and starter and structure decks, and hell, even legendary collections. I mean, hell, I've seen the Dragoonity structure deck recently. I've seen Shadow Specters. And it's like, dang. And they're 25% off because they're so old. Walmart sells all sorts of stuff. They sell repackaged things as well, which is really cool. But now let's talk Target. Target is the place to go for cards, in my opinion. Slightly more expensive, so you're getting a little less. But they have the Fairfield Company exclusively. Now, I've seen tons of great things from the Fairfield Company. They've had 3 packs, 1 deck sealed. They've had 1 pack, 1 deck, and 3 hollows. They're the ones that make those cubes. Those great value cubes, that's who makes those. Those are amazing. 5 packs of Battle Pack, 5 random packs, a deck, and 10 random hollows for $20. And I'm just like, whew! Considering Battle Pack 1 is out of print, it's amazing. Number 6. that new players still come into the game as old ones leave. You don't know how important that it is that we continue bringing people into this game. Because if people stop playing this game, we will stop getting new cards. And those of us that still play will get destroyed. Now, people like Billy Break, he's gone on and off, on and off, on and off over the years. Sometimes playing, sometimes not. I've done the same thing, especially in the 5Ds era, when it seems most people stopped playing because of synchros, because they didn't understand them. Number 5, that we get a new series every 5 or 6 years. You don't know how that's helped the games so much. Because look at how long original Yu-Gi-Oh! Went. Sure, it was fun, but if you look at the facts, Yu-Gi-Oh! Fever was already dying out by the time the final season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Aired here in America. It was starting to go down. GX appeared. Bam! New series! And it goes from Miro to BAM! And the amount of people watching suddenly skyrocketed. And people stopped paying attention all of a sudden. It started to go down. Then 5D started, and bam! The same thing happens. If they were to let a series go to its natural ending point, which if we watch Yu-Gi-Oh! The original series, is about 6 seasons, I think the game would die. Like, seriously. Because people stop paying attention. They get bored of it. They want to be refreshed with something new. Number 3, that we get support for older archetypes. You don't know how crucial that is. If we only got exactly what was shown in the show, half the decks that run today wouldn't run. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is yet to be seen. But let's talk Morphtronics. As to the fact that we didn't get the final season here in America for 5Ds, I have no idea what Leo and Luna and everyone ran final season. But looking at what he did run and what we have, points to the fact that he didn't run almost a good 7 or 8 cards. But let's take the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie that just came out, giving us great new cards for the gadgets, for Dark Magician, for Magician Girls in general, for Blue Eyes. If stuff like that didn't come out, those decks would never be viable again. Or let's take Magician Girls themselves. They were supposed to be support for the Dark Magician deck and morphed into their own, which is amazing. When stuff like that happens, that is amazing that can happen. It's one of my favorite things to watch happen. Number 2, reprints. Reprints are so important to this game. You don't understand. If things like Mystical Space Typhoon had never been reprinted, do you know how expensive that would have been? Or, hell, let's look at it. When things are announced in Omegatins being reprinted, the prices drop. Or rise in certain cases. Because without reprints, you wouldn't be able to get half the cards that are run today. Now, without reprints, we wouldn't get half the stuff we run today. Mirror Force, that would be extremely hard to use. Any of them. Galaxy Eyes, Stardust, things that people run and have run in the past were important. It makes it easier for the common player to get stuff. Back to my example of Cyberstein, it was first released as a 2004 promo for those that won whatever tournament that was. I think it was a regional win, and there's only 15 of them. Then they released it in a pack as a rare. And everyone could run it. And the fans rejoiced. Minerva! That was something that very few people would have. And if they were lucky enough to trade it to you, you were trading like your entire binder for a Minerva. And that came out in either Battle of Light's Revenge or Duelist Saga, one or the other. They're both basically the other half the set of each other. And it's like, yes, everyone can run Minerva. And the last thing is the ban list. If we didn't get a ban list, things like... Let's go back in time. Let's take E-Dragons. If those didn't get banned, those would have dominated forever. Insectors would have dominated forever. Those tier 0 decks would have dominated for so long that the game would have been unplayable unless you were playing those decks. And things like E-Dragons, you can make the argument, oh, everyone can get them because they came in Mega Tin, because they came in their own tins. Yeah. The problem with that is that now everyone's just buying the tins instead of buying packs, which probably would have prolonged the life of getting regular type of tins. Mega Tins are okay and everything, but I liked getting like 6 different tins a year. That was nice. Now if they could do that and Mega Tins, that would be amazing. It was a great way to show favoritism to your favorite player or your favorite card. But the ban list helps you in so many ways. Everyone complains, oh, they didn't hit this card. There's a reason why they do everything. Now, I might not always agree with said reason, like banning Terratop because of Zodiac. Or no, they put it to 1, didn't they? That ticked me off because I was getting ready to run a Speedroid Vehicleroid deck. And that shut down my complete idea because I needed 3 Terratops to keep the Synchros on the field. Or let's take Norden. Everyone knows about Norden. Zodiac got it banned. Konami is all about money, so when they ban or limit things, it's because they're saying, hey, play the new stuff! We're not making any money, play the new stuff! Quit it with the old stuff! Unlike Japan, which after a while brings the old stuff back for the most part, it takes us years to get something off the ban list once it gets banned. Let's take a look at Sanjin, Witch of the Black Forest. Those have been banned for years and years and years. Geki! Freaking Rigeki! But can we get anything that mass destroys spells and traps, like Heavy Storm, Feather Duster, or even something as simple as Trunade? Can we get those back? No! Japan has, I think, Heavy Storm and Duster along with Geki, Vortex, and Hole. Now come on. Tell me that's unbalanced. I mean, if we could have one big ban list, like they do for Worlds, that would be amazing. And I'd like to ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, if you haven't already done so. We produce more content as soon as we can, and pretty soon I'm going to be getting both a box of Circuit Break and a box of Code of the Duels for you guys in about 2 weeks, so that's going to be great. That'll give me 2 huge box openings for you guys that are going to be the epiphany of the Christmas season. So, if you don't want to miss anything, remember to like and hit the bell icon. This is Danger Yu-Gi-Oh! Signing off.